to my channel. Happy September. That doesn't feel right because it's literally like August. It's August 19th, but I will be posting this sometime within end of August, first week of September vibes. So welcome to another plan with me. I know that it's been a minute. Video posting consistency has been a little whack. Lots of reasons why. We can catch up about it. I also never filmed an August plan with me, so we're kind of skipping around a little bit. So I'm happy to be getting back into it. But basically, long story short, if you're not caught up, life got really busy, work got really busy, I got COVID. Things were just messy, you know? Also, if you're wondering, yes, this is an espresso martini in the background, which I haven't tried yet, but I figured I'm filming this on a Saturday at like 4:30. Cheers. You don't know how badly I needed that. That is delectable. And then I also have a soda because I can never just have one drink. That's just not okay. So needless to say, I'm very excited to be finally doing another plan with me so I can plan out my September and just start the month off on a really good foot, especially after the whole reason I'm filming this so early is because I'll be going on vacation the last week of August. I'm gonna end out August on a bang, start September hopefully with a fresh mind. If you missed it, I did do a mid-month plan with me a few days after like feeling better from being sick. I feel like I needed some sort of reset because my mind was just chaos. So if you want to check that video out, I will link it up here for you to see. I really haven't checked my Notion too much since July, so today should be an adventure. If you're new here, I plan my weeks, my days, my months, my goals in a couple different ways. So I like to do most of my daily planning and calendar type stuff on my iPad. I use my journal for journaling and habit tracking. I have a wall calendar just to have the month layout and be able to track my days off versus my partner's days off. And right now this calendar is gonna be Mardi Gras vibes. I'm not really sure how that happened. It's just the random colors that I chose. I'm actually not gonna mess with this today just because it is still the middle of August and it's gonna be helpful for me to see these dates, but I will of course change this, update it to September when the time comes. And then lastly, I use Notion as well to do more of the like weekly, monthly views and social media tracking, long-term goals, short-term goals, and things like that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Actually, before we get into things, I thought it might be nice to do like a July and August recap, which I don't think I've really talked about in previous plan with me. It's just kind of like reflecting on the month. I thought that'd be helpful to do, one, just because it's been a little bit since I filmed a plan with me, and two, just to keep the vibes positive, because I feel like it's very easy. Maybe I'm being hard on myself, but thinking back on other plan with me is, you know, you look back on your progress or your lack of progress, and it's, you know, I try to be hopeful about things, but I guess I just want to take a moment to express my gratitude and satisfaction for the things that did go well through July and August. So, God, what did I actually do for the past 2 months? That's a good question. For a girly who really don't be like in the summer, I think I've enjoyed July and August as much as I can. I'm saying that while also thinking about like the multiple like mental breakdowns I've had. Those aside, because we're working on it, I think July and August have been genuinely enjoyable. Were there ups and downs? Of course. Did I get COVID and it sucked really bad? Unfortunately. I don't know, something's just felt right. I guess this is like my first full summer in New York City, living in Brooklyn, which we did spend most of last summer there, but now we're in an apartment we like so much more. We're in an area that we like a lot, and I don't know, it's just been nice. Thinking about it now and reflecting on the summer like 2023 bucket list video that I filmed however long ago, I'll link that up here if you'd like to watch it. I think we've actually made a pretty decent dent on a handful of those things. I'm not gonna look at that right now. I like to incorporate that maybe in a later plan with me or reset or vlog of some sort because the summer's not over. But we've gone to Mets games, we've tried out new bakeries and new restaurants, gone to different beaches. We've just done a lot of fun things this summer, all things considered. So that makes me feel really happy knowing that for the most part, not all the time, because I know my anxiety will tell me otherwise, I feel like I've been spending my time in pretty productive ways, fun ways, most of the time. I think that's just a good reminder for myself. Like even when my energy feels bad, it feels low, it feels disconnected, it feels unsatisfied like in other areas of life, it's still possible to go out and have a good time and do things and do fulfilling things and kind of live in both of these worlds at once, of trying my best to take care of myself and my mental health while also going out and living my life. And obviously doing this is gonna help with this, but you get the idea. It's always easier said than done. So I'm proud of myself for that. Yeah, so I guess that's my little sentiments about July and August. Obviously we'll have further recaps once we get into my goals and what I've been up to. At the end of the video, I'll look positively towards September and think about what I want to get out of that month. So I've learned that with these plan with me's, I need to keep these videos like short and sweet because they're surprisingly harder to edit than other videos that I film, and seeing as I'm intending to film at least once per month, we gotta like wrap it up a little bit. So this video might be a little bit quicker than previous plan with me's, but that's also probably like exactly what you want, so we're all winning. Welcome to my Notion page. It is pretty plain and boring and simple. No, I shouldn't say that. It's serving the purpose that I needed to for right now, and maybe it just doesn't need all these flashy things that other people have. This is it. I very much have taken inspiration from Alexis Eldridge. In fact, I think this is one of her templates, and I played around with it and did different things, so if this looks familiar and you watch her videos, that is probably why. So on my dashboard, on the first page, I like to have a weekly to-do list. I keep my daily to-do list, like I said, in my iPad, which we're not going to get into. I always say I'm going to, and then I do it, and then there's like nothing to look at, and especially it's Saturday. Like after this, I might have another espresso martini and read a book on my balcony. Speaking of, so we got to-do list on the left, a link to my personal monthly and long-term goals on the right, and then the bottom section is for social media. So as I said, I also use Notion to plan content, track different metrics and numbers and everything like that, and then I also have specific monthly and long-term goals for social media that we will get into. We'll get into, not all of this, but we'll get into most of this. So first, I guess we can just check off my to-do list for the week of August, and then also make another to-do list for my last week of August before I go on vacation. I know this is September plan with me. I know what you're thinking, but you know, this is helpful for me. We can still think towards September and make long-term monthly goals for September, but from a weekly basis, we just gotta keep with August because the first week of September, I literally like won't even be here. So, okay, so on my to-do list this week was to add Notion pages, so not do that. Laundry, I haven't done that. I'm gonna do it either tonight or tomorrow, so I'm not worried about that. I have meal planned. I did go to Trader Joe's today. I haven't vacuumed, but I need to. That's gonna be another problem for tomorrow. Finish updating wall calendar. I did that? I guess I did that. I mean, the last week isn't really done, but I'm on vacation, so it's fine. Buy Hyundai thing. I have to like buy a new subscription for my card. I haven't done it. I'm gonna wait till I get paid again next week. I returned our router today. I didn't upload mid-month reset video. Obviously, by the time this video is live, that video will be live. But as in this moment today, I have not finished doing that. That's also probably on the list of things to do tomorrow. Film September plan with me. Let's check it off right now. And then trim my cat's nails. That's so, you know, that feels silly, but like, it's on there for a good reason as a reminder because, as you can probably guess, I have not done that yet. So I've accomplished most of the things, the important things that I wanted to accomplish this week. Okay, so let's look at monthly goals. So of course we'll be looking at what my July goals were. Oh, maybe I'd make an August page. Did I go into Notion during my oh my gosh, I literally filmed that like last week and I don't remember what's in that video other than the Trader Joe's haul. I was just looking back and forth between July and August and they're pretty much the same. So I'm just gonna jump into this one that I apparently made for August at some point. So visit Delaware, visit family. I did not get a chance to do that in July. I've yet to do that in August, but we are leaving to go. We're going on vacation to Universal, which is very exciting, but we'll be going to Delaware first. We gotta drop the cats off. We gotta visit our people. So we will be doing that. If I were filming this actually at the end of August, I'd be able to say this, but I'm gonna do it, so I'm just gonna cross it off. Read one book. I did. I finished the book that I wanted to finish in July. So I have read one book within the past 2 months. In case anyone's curious, Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It was quite lovely. This is the person who also wrote Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It was not my favorite book in the world, but it was enjoyable to say the least. Car subscription, yeah, that's the same as the Hyundai thing on the weekly to-do list, so we can keep that there. Most likely. Planned vacation, we did. We may have just planned it like 3 weeks before we're going, but we planned it. Find a dental surgeon. Ugh. I did not do that. I need a wisdom tooth out, apparently, I'm not ready to like mentally or physically process that. So 2 days per week of spin and see what rides I took in August. I know it wasn't a lot. Well, I literally haven't taken a ride since July 28th, so it's been almost a full month, but I would really like to go tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I can like feel, not even like physically, I mean physically as well, my back be hurting, but just like mentally, I know going to a spin class or doing any form of exercise would do me so good right now, so I would love to be able to go tomorrow. So we'll just keep scrolling, and then apparently that's it. But okay, let's make new goals for September. Let's also make more exciting goals, because I don't know, like, is it just me or are my monthly goals like very mundane and bland and just like I could do better? Right, so you could change this to September 20. That's nope, not how you spell that. Get rid of that. Okay, so I just updated the things that were leaving there. So car subscription thing, dental surgeon thing, 2 weeks of spin with updated dates. What else would I like to do in September? September is the first month of fall, which is my favorite season. September is my sister's birthday, so I gotta buy her birthday presents. My nephew's first birthday is October 1st, so I will need to buy his birthday presents in September as well. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. September, I have a wedding to go to, so I need to buy a dress. All right, I'm gonna be making a lot of purchases in September, so maybe some budgeting. September's still gonna be quite warm, so I would like to do at least one more beach trip, whether that's to Coney Island or Rockaway. Okay, but what else could I be doing that doesn't require money in New York City? I don't know. This is always a work in progress. So come my October plan with me, you might see that there's more things added here. Okay, so we got our monthly goals set. Let's now move into our long-term goals and see what was on there. Okay, so I'm very excited for this one because there's not many things on here. Thinking long-term freaks me out. Maybe you can relate to that. But I haven't done that or that. Definitely haven't done that, but I have gotten a permanent position at work complete, and that is literally as of yesterday. We love job security. We love financial stability because I will now be getting paid, I don't want to say way more, but much more than I was being paid before. Credit card debt is also, I wish there was some sort of like progress bar here. I think you can do that in Notion, but like we're not going to get into that today. Because I did fully pay off one of two. Well, okay, I've actually, so since filming my last video, I now have 3 credit cards because I got a new one, but I haven't put any money on it. I'm a mess. But of the 2 credit cards that I do have debt towards on whatever debt that I owe, I paid off one, and it was the one that's like I've had for years that has, at this point, has mostly just been the interest that I need to pay back. So I finally got that out of the way, which is very exciting. And I don't have much left on the other one. But I feel very good about that, especially like, and I did that, like I said, I just got this permanent position at work yesterday. I'm not gonna see my first new paycheck with my new salary until probably mid or end of September. So I paid off, it's somewhere in my Notion lives the amount that I paid off, I think. I think I paid off close to like $500 or $600 worth of credit card debt before getting my job. I don't know where suddenly money came from and I was able to do that, but like, go me for figuring it out. I'm almost so tempted to put this like in progress because I am going to Universal for the very first time in a couple of weeks, which I know isn't Disney, but for like the two just coexist in my head because I haven't been to either. So like, actually I think for the longest time, like a long time, I thought that they were the same thing. Not the same thing, but like, within, like you could go to like within a Disney park, like is Universal, but I learned probably more recently than I like to admit that that's just simply not true. Anyway, I digress. We've pretty much finished up the personal section of my dashboard, so we'll go down to social media, content calendar, content ideas. If you watch these videos, you know that I don't really go into that. All right, I know tracking's gonna be scary because I haven't been on social media for a little bit. So let's start with monthly goals. All right, so let's look back on July. 2,600 YouTube subscribers, I can tell you right now, not only do I not have 2,600 YouTube subscribers, I have less subscribers than I had when I made this a goal in July. So we're not gonna cross that off yet. Okay, I don't know when the video cut out, but I was getting my iPad out to look at how many videos I filmed and posted in July. I was confident it was 4, it was only 3, but that's 3 more than I filmed in August, so go team. 2 TikTok posts. Listen, I've filmed TikTok, I haven't edited them, but there's probably like at least 3 or 4 drafts of things. I don't know, I feel like I was in such a good place with TikTok when I first got it, and now I'm just like, it's like turned into Instagram, my baking Instagram, where I just like ignore it. One thing at a time. Let me get back into the YouTube space and then I will mentally get ready for other social media platforms. Dedicate 2 hours per weekend to plan, create, and edit. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna cross that off because during July, I think I very much did that. And then it was the like last week of July, early August was when I got sick. So I need to be able to, because I also can't, I don't think I can cross off plan August content because even before I got sick, like I didn't, I was not thinking ahead to August and I just want to be able to cross something off here. So just give me this one thing, okay? Anyway, sorry, that was aggressive. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. 2,600 YouTube subscribers. Since I started planning with Notion and making these videos, 2,600 has been that number, and I think I've said before that I don't want to lessen that, even though it'd probably be realistic, especially now that I've lost subscribers. So we're just gonna keep it. We're just gonna keep it. Whatever. I will post and film 4 videos. I promise that. And if come October I don't, you won't see me here. That is a threat to myself. I will film and post 4 videos in September. TikTok, I don't know. I don't care. I will keep that there. I will try to put more effort into that, but dedicate, I'm gonna uncheck that just because I would like to continue dedicating more time to intentionally creating, editing, planning, what have you. And then I guess we can change this to September. Long-term goals, I'm afraid to even click on this. I literally don't know what lives here. Create Amazon storefront, haven't done that. Get monetized. We're just gonna go back. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get into tracking this. I'm going into this knowing that like, it is what it is. And as expected, my numbers are gonna have gone down, but let's check to see what they actually are. I think I normally do this just based off of the first of the month. How about this? I'm going to put change August specifically to August 19th because that's what it is. As of today, August 19th, I have 2,567 subscribers, which, okay, not bad. It's only 1 less. Okay, it must have been like a steady up and down because I know that I did lose some. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to like gaining anything. Yeah, because I've lost 5 in the past month, but I also must have gained some, so that's fine. You know what? I was being too hard on myself earlier. I literally lost collectively 1. But I will, maybe on September 1st, I will check this again and fill this out because looking at this hurts my brain, and doing this in August, well, it's not September, whatever. Watch time hours for the past 365 days are 560, and lifetime views is 220,530. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to get back into it for sure for September because, I don't know, I feel like I'm very much a creature of habit. I like routines. I like having consistency with things, and all of that was just thrown off so much the past couple of weeks. So now that I'm like regaining my routine in my personal life, getting back into the routine of YouTube, I think will be obviously helpful for these numbers, which at the end of the day, like whatever, but also just like, I enjoy doing it. You know, it's the hobby that I have outside of work. It's the thing that outside of just baking, because y'all know how much I love baking and that's my therapy. Like, this is just a fun creative outlet in a different kind of way. So what am I ranting about? I don't know. Is it even worth looking at TikTok and Instagram? I mean, seriously. But we will do it for the sake of continuity or whatever. As of August 19th, I have 86 followers. Oh boy, Instagram. I have arguably neglected you even more than TikTok. As of August 19th, I have 352 followers. I mean, it's growth for May and June. That was the same. Well, I guess that's it for Notion. Before discussing my hopes and dreams and whatever the hell for September, I want to quickly look at my journal, and I'm still a little upset that I didn't do like a plan with me for August, but I think because I didn't, this is a good opportunity for me to like compare my monthly habit tracking from July to August to see what improved. And I don't like, I'm gonna just be honest with you, like, I mean, I'm not very consistent with my journaling habit anyway. I think it's gotten better, but I don't really pay attention to it on the weekends. So like in other plan with me's where I like went and like filled out my daily sheet for the day, I'm just not even gonna bother. And maybe that's not very like growth mindset of me. Okay, so actually for the sake of comparison, I think I'm gonna throw June in here as well because I feel like that's where you can really see the growth, and I want us to see growth so I feel better. And also, since August isn't fully done yet, things that I track for my habits are daily movement, waking up by 6:30, going to bed by 10 p.m., journaling in the morning, journaling at night, reading, having 1 full water bottle. I don't have it with me, but I have a 32-ounce water bottle. I try to have 2 of those. And then no alcohol, which I'm not trying to be sober or anything. I just like tracking the days that I don't drink because I would generally speaking, like to drink less. The biggest difference for sure that we're gonna see between all 3 of these months is daily movement, and that's because I decided to define that differently, or at least set like a general expectation for that, because obviously I go to spin classes, like I know like that counts. I know that when I go to a spin class I can effectively cross off my daily movement section. But the whole point of calling this daily movement versus exercise is that as someone who works in the health and wellness field, I very much know that any kind of movement can count towards, you know, the 150 minutes that you need that's recommended in a week, whatever. Any sort of like moderate to vigorous activity is good. So that doesn't always have to be spin. That can be walking. I live in New York City. I do a lot of walking. That could be exercises outside of that. So I want to be very mindful in how I label exercise and just my relationship with that, and knowing that like even if I'm not going to take you to spin class or doing strength training or doing some sort of other cardio like every single day or every other day, like just being active in some way, not constantly sitting at my desk, which I feel like I'm doing all the time. And the fact that I'm sitting at my desk right now on a Saturday, I should have filmed this video somewhere else, but I feel like this is the vibe that we have when I make these videos. So the point being that after June, because I looked back at June and I was like, wow, I feel like I wasn't active for like half the days. Like, you see the big chunk in there, and then I was thinking about it and I was like, I bet you that I was decently active on some of those days. Just in my mind I wasn't labeling, since I wasn't intentionally going for a walk, or I wasn't intentionally going to a spin class, or intentionally doing something. That doesn't mean, like, there's probably days in June that just from walking around the city and going out and doing things, you know, when we go to the Mets games and stuff, like, we're walking around so much, going to the beach, you're walking around, and I feel like that probably wasn't captured in June, and I want to be more mindful of that. So as you can see on my July page, I made a little note to myself, kind of gives more guidelines around that. So like aiming for at least 7,000 steps a day, and then I said another note, pretty much everything I just described could be intentional exercise, intentional walking, walking to and from work, things like that. So with that being said, during July, then also not all of August is filled out, but through most of August so far, I personally have felt that I've been active most days, which feels really good. And, you know, a lot of these days are, you know, the days that I work my part-time job. I have to walk to and from there, and I'm walking at work. And it feels good to be counting those things, and I feel fulfilled by that, and I think that counts as something, because we have to not only focus on being active, we have to also focus on not being sedentary. That's a reminder for myself that, you know, I don't have to go do an intense spin class 5 days a week, which I've never done. You're lucky I get to 2 days per week sometimes. You know, it's also about like getting up from my desk every 30 minutes and moving around and stretching and everything like that. I'm talking about this way too much, so let's move on. And so I think the next easy thing that we can just call attention to is the fact that I, majority of the time, 99% of the time, do not reach my second water bottle. And that is something I need to get better at that, because I feel like it's gonna help so much just with hydration. It's gonna help with my skin. It's gonna help with, it's just good for you. And I'm proud that I can get through the 1 water bottle, because looking back at other months, like there's a handful of days where I don't even make it through the 1, which makes me feel sad. So I've been pretty good about that, but I want to really focus on, I think, these next couple months getting that second one in, or at least like half of it. Something else that stands out to me a little bit is that waking up by 6:30 has certainly gone out the window, at least for August, just from being sick, poor mental health, bad sleep. Like, all the days that you see checked off so far are the days that I had to wake up at 5:30 for work. So yeah, I would like to be more intentional about that in September. I know if you watch my other videos, my full-time job, I don't have to work until 11 a.m. So why do I want to wake up at 6:30? Makes me feel good, but I guess not good enough to actually do it. Normally it makes me feel good. Other than that, obviously, since June, reading went up quite a bit, not as much as I would like it to, but I do have another book lined up. Other than that, bed by 10 p.m., that's easy, because the girl's tired most of the time. It's interesting looking at the 3 months together, because there's definitely like really good improvement in certain areas, and a lot of things that dropped off that I would like to get back into. Obviously, it's still August. When we get to September, I will make a new one for September. It's gonna be all the same things. Alright, so to wrap things up, I think, first of all, I've been filming for like 40 minutes and I said I was gonna keep this shit quick, so hopefully the edit comes out better. But just to wrap things up, a moment of future reflection or positive thinking, manifestation, if that's what you want to call it, towards September. I am very excited for September. Like I said, fall is my vibe. Cold weather is where I thrive. Breezy, chilly. I'm a pumpkin spice latte kind of bitch. But there's just so many good things coming up for September. Vacation technically happens in August, but vacation leads into celebrating some friends, bachelor and bachelorette parties, and then their wedding. I get to go home and see my family, and now that my work schedule will be evening out a little bit, hopefully I can visit home more often since I can work remotely, and I can see my nephew and celebrate his first birthday, see my sister celebrate her birthday. It's my parents' anniversary. It's my anniversary too. Fuck it, my 12-year anniversary with my partner is coming up in August. So that's very exciting. Yeah, just getting into like fall, cozy vibes, being able to just live in hoodies again and go frolic around the city, find some fall events to do. We have a balcony now, so at some point we can carve pumpkins and put them on the balcony. That's probably more of an October thing, but I'm just so excited for fall. Fall candles, fall coffee, fall decorations. Oh my gosh, I should have put that on my monthly to-do list, because the second I come back from vacation, your girl is decorating this new apartment for Halloween, and I'm so excited. So that's it. I mean, there's probably a lot more I could say about September and the next couple of weeks to come, but I know that there are a lot of really good things coming up, and it's all things that I very much need after a chaotic past couple of weeks. That's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to add, so I appreciate you being here if you made it this far. If you're someone who likes to plan and organize, hopefully this helped you out. I don't know if it did, because my chaos brain just like exploded in front of you. You watched that happen in not real time, but you watched it happen. But this is why we do it. It's a good reset. It's a good reminder of the things that we're working towards, and maybe come October I'll be a little more organized with my organization. Where would the entertainment value be then? You know, there has to be some chaos, otherwise what's the point, you know? Me and my espresso martini are gonna go find something to do. It is a Saturday night in the city, and I'm not gonna leave my apartment again today. Woo! Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go out there, plan your life, live your best life, and I will see you at the next one.